In this video, I'm going to go over how you can use ChatGPT to improve your listening comprehension in English. So without further ado, I'm going to go over how you can do that. And before I start, if you want to learn more about how to integrate ESL and ChatGPT together into the classroom, then you can buy my book on Amazon, ESL and Language Learning in the Age of AI, ChatGPT Unleashed by ChatGPT. And so today we're going to go over how we're going to use ChatGPT, or in this case Gemini, in order to do our ESL. And so just like with the other AIs, you can use ChatGPT, you can use Google Gemini, which used to be Google Bard, to improve your listening comprehension. And it can also write stories. So write a story, write a science fiction story in the style of Gene Roddenberry. And then you press on this, and then when it does this kind of flashing, it means it's thinking. And then it will give you a story for you to read. And then you wait until it's done, and then you press on this listen icon to hear Gemini read aloud the story for you. And you wait for it to process.
Captain Nadia Ramirez gripped the command chair of the sleek starship, the USS Galileo. Her dark eyes scanned the holographic display, a tapestry of swirling nebulae and uncharted star systems. Beside her, Commander Tavur, a stoic Andorian with antennae bristling in concentration, monitored the helm. Unidentified energy surge detected. Captain, Tavur's voice crackled through the bridge. Originating from the Andromeda Galaxy, Nadia's pulse quickened. Crossing the galactic barrier was a feat attempted by few, and successful by even fewer. Intriguing. Could it be a new warp signature? Unlikely, Captain, Tavur replied. Readings indicate something different. A thrill of adventure shot through Nadia. The unknown was the lifeblood of Starfleet, and a signal from another galaxy was an opportunity no captain could pass up. Plot a course, Commander. Minimum safe distance, but close enough to gather data. The Galileo dipped gracefully into the swirling energy vortex, the stars warping and twisting around them. Alarms blared, bathed in an eerie violet light. Lieutenant Shu, the young human engineer, gripped his console. Shields holding, Captain, but just barely. Nadia gritted her teeth. Full power to forward shields, Mr. Shu. We're not turning back now. Just as the Galileo shuddered violently, a blinding white light engulfed them. The alarms fell silent. When the light faded, a breathtaking vista unfolded before them. A massive, ring-shaped space station, dwarfing any Starfleet vessel, hung suspended in the void. It pulsed with a soft, otherworldly glow. A voice, rich and resonant, echoed through the bridge. Greetings, travelers from afar. Welcome to the Aegis. The bridge crew exchanged wide-eyed glances. Nadia straightened in her chair. This is Captain Nadia Ramirez of the USS Galileo, Starfleet. Who are you? The voice chuckled, a warm sound that seemed to emanate from the station itself. We are the Aegis, guardians of the cosmos. We have observed your journey, your pursuit of knowledge and peace. The next few hours were a whirlwind of information. The Aegis, an ancient network of sentient stations, explained they monitored civilizations across the universe, offering guidance and protecting them from existential threats. They had watched humanity's progress with cautious optimism. As Nadia listened, a weight settled on her shoulders. The responsibility of upholding humanity's honor on the galactic stage was immense. Yet, she also felt a surge of pride. They had come so far. With a heavy heart, it was time to leave. Their encounter was a gift, a glimpse into a future where humanity might become a protector itself. Thank you, she said, her voice filled with gratitude. We will carry your wisdom with us. As the Galileo pulled away from the Aegis, the station shrinking in the distance, Nadia knew their mission had taken on a new dimension. Starfleet wasn't just about exploration, but about becoming worthy of a place among the guardians of the cosmos. The stars held more secrets than ever before, but humanity, with the knowledge gleaned from the Aegis, was ready to face them.
And so you'll notice that after it finishes reading, you have different drafts. And so that's what makes this different, makes Gemini different from the other AIs that I've gone over. It has different drafts of the same story. And so you could choose which draft of the story you would like to use for your, for whatever it is you're doing it for. So here's draft number 3. And then remember, you press this listen button in order to hear what it says.
Captain Darius Vance, a man whose weathered features spoke volumes of past adventures, gripped the command chair of the sleek starship Acheron. Beside him, Lieutenant Taveri, a Vulcan with eyes the color of molten gold, monitored the scanners. Unusual energy readings, Captain Taveri's voice, devoid of inflection, cut through the bridge hum. Emanating from the uncharted nebula ahead, Darius, ever the explorer, felt a familiar thrill course through him. Excellent, Lieutenant. Plot a course into the heart of it. Standard safety protocols, of course, but let's get a good look. The Acheron plunged into the swirling mass of nebula, the stars warping and twisting around them like reflections in a distorted mirror. The bridge crew, a diverse assembly of humans, Andorians, and a lone Saurian, braced themselves as alarms blared. Hull integrity dropping rapidly, Captain. Chief Engineer Ramirez, a fiery Latina with grease perpetually staining her overalls, barked from her station. Full power to forward shields. Darius countered, his voice calm despite the mounting tension. Taveri, can you pinpoint the source of this anomaly? Just as the Acheron began to buckle under the strain, a blinding white light engulfed them. When it subsided, the bridge crew found themselves staring in awe. A breathtaking cityscape, unlike anything they had ever seen, materialized before them. Towers of shimmering metal pierced the sky, connected by shimmering walkways that defied gravity. What in the Andromeda Galaxy? A young human crewman, barely out of Starfleet Academy, breathed in astonishment. A voice, melodious and echoing, resonated throughout the bridge. Greetings, travelers. Welcome to Zenith, a haven for those seeking harmony with the cosmos. Darius cleared his throat, his initial surprise giving way to resolute curiosity. This is Captain Darius Vance of the USS Acheron, Federation starship. Who are you? The voice chuckled, a warm sound that seemed to soothe the tension in the air. We are the Zenithians, a society dedicated to the pursuit of pure knowledge and universal understanding. Over the next few hours, the Zenithians, beings of pure energy existing beyond the confines of physical form, shared their wisdom. They spoke of harnessing the power of the stars, of achieving perfect balance between technology and spirituality. Darius felt a profound sense of responsibility wash over him. The Federation, with its ideals of unity and exploration, was a beacon of hope, but they could always strive for more. With a heavy heart, Darius knew it was time to leave. The Zenithians had offered a glimpse into a future brimming with potential. Thank you, he said, his voice thick with gratitude. We will carry your wisdom with us. As the Acheron pulled away from Zenith, the shimmering city fading into the distance, Darius felt a renewed sense of purpose. Starfleet wasn't just about charting the stars, it was about creating a future worthy of the potential they had witnessed. The galaxy held countless wonders, but the greatest journey, he realized, was the pursuit of a brighter tomorrow for all sentient beings.
So you can also ask it to create reading comprehension questions. So create reading comprehension questions for this story. I typed it way too fast, but that's okay. It understands what I mean. And so here, what is the name of the starship Captain Vance commands? What kind of celestial body does the Acheron encounter? What is the most striking feature of the Zenithian city? Why does Captain Vance? And also you have factual recall, inference, and critical thinking. And that's what I love about Google Bard or Google Gemini, is that it gives you the Bloom's taxonomies. If you're a teacher, you can have your students do concrete all the way to abstract thinking along the Bloom's taxonomy spectrum. And so this gives you all of the different kinds of questions for your students to see if they've truly, reading comprehension, understood the story. And then you have different drafts of these questions. And then as the teacher, you could choose whichever one you want to do. And then as the student, if you're the ESL student, you can try to answer these questions as best you can, and then you would say supply the answers, and then it will supply you the answers to the questions. And so these are the answers to the questions, and then you can ask for vocabulary. Okay, ask for a vocabulary list from this story, and so it will create for you a customized vocabulary list of these, and then it has different drafts. You could have draft 1, then you could have draft 2, and you can have draft 3. And I'm not sure that it has different words for each draft, but you could take a look at it. And then you could have fill in the blanks or play Scrabble. Okay, play a game with this story. So let's see what kind of games it comes up with. Okay, I actually never tried this particular prompt before. So here as the teacher, it gives you a story chain. In this game, we take turns. I could let it read it for itself. So we just have to.
I can definitely play a game with this story. Here are 2 options. Option 1, story chain. In this game, we take turns adding sentences to the story. Each sentence should build upon the previous one and take the story in a new direction. We can see where the story of Captain Vance and the Xenophians takes us. Option 2, Starfleet Captain Quiz. I can ask you a series of questions related to the story and Starfleet in general. These questions will test your knowledge of the story's details and your understanding of Starfleet's values and protocols. You can answer the questions to the best of your ability. Which game would you like to play?
And then you could say story chain. So let's play the story chain. Let's play the story chain one and see what happens. So you could say, with a heavy heart, Darius knew it was time to leave.
With a heavy heart, Darius knew it was time to leave. The Xenophians had offered a glimpse into a future brimming with potential, a future where the Federation could balance technology with a deeper understanding of the cosmos. But a nagging question lingered in his mind. How, he asked the echoing voice, can the Federation achieve such a balance? It fell to you to continue the story. What wisdom do the Xenophians impart on Captain Vance? How will this newfound knowledge impact the Federation's future?
And so then you can type in the Xenophians advised the captain that humans need to live in harmony and love harmony more than being different, and to tolerate people of all cultures, something like that. So you can add a sentence and see what it says. And then it will add and create a story for you. And so here it would add in other words, you type a sentence, it comes up with another story. And this can go on and on and on and on as a game. And so here I'll read you part of it. So this means that I said...
A soft chime resonated throughout the bridge. Captain Vance, the voice replied, its tone infused with an ethereal wisdom. True balance lies not in mere tolerance, but in the cultivation of a shared consciousness. You must foster a love for diversity, where differences are seen as strengths that enrich the tapestry of your society. Intrigued, Captain Vance leaned forward. A shared consciousness? How can we achieve that? The voice chuckled, a sound like wind chimes dancing in a gentle breeze. By fostering empathy, Captain, encourage your people to seek understanding beyond the surface. Let them experience the beauty of another culture's music, the wisdom of their philosophies, the richness of their traditions. Only through shared experiences and a deep appreciation for each other's ways of being can true harmony be achieved. Vance pondered this. He envisioned a future where humans weren't just coexisting, but actively celebrating the nuances of each other's cultures. We can implement cultural exchange programs on a larger scale, he mused, encourage interspecies marriages, and integrate diverse perspectives into our educational systems. The voice seemed to hum in agreement. Indeed, Captain, by fostering a sense of shared humanity that transcends individual differences, you can build a society that thrives on the collective brilliance of its diverse members. A resolute expression filled Vance's eyes. He knew this wouldn't be easy. Centuries of ingrained biases wouldn't disappear overnight. But the potential for a brighter future, a future where the Federation was not just a collection of planets but a unified whole, filled him with determination. Thank you, he said, his voice filled with gratitude. We will strive to create a future worthy of your wisdom. As the Acheron pulled away from Zenith, Captain Vance knew this was just the beginning. The journey to a truly harmonious Federation had begun.
So it can go on forever and ever. You can play games, you can have vocabulary lists, you can have reading comprehension questions, you can have story upon story upon story, as long as you have time for it. So here's a different story that I had from a previous video. So I'll have it read over this one last story from Star Trek, and then you'll get the idea of how you can use AI for listening comprehension.
The stars, a shimmering tapestry against the inky blackness, streamed past the viewscreen of the USS Horizon. Captain Amara Kalani, her dark hair pulled back in a no-nonsense braid, tapped a thoughtful rhythm on the armrest. Beside her, Exxon, the stoic Vulcan first officer, monitored thruster readings. Strange energy signature, Captain Zahn's voice rumbled, devoid of inflection. Originating from the uncharted sector ahead, Amara straightened. Exploration was the lifeblood of Starfleet, and uncharted sectors were the spice of that life. Full scans, Mr. Exxon. Let's see what we're dealing with. Moments later, the bridge hummed with activity. Science Officer Mben, a wiry Tellarite with a perpetually furrowed brow, spoke up. Readings are unlike anything we've encountered before, Captain. High levels of temporal distortion, a possible time rift. A time rift. Amara felt a thrill course through her. Temporal anomalies were rare and potentially dangerous, but the chance to learn about the very fabric of time was an opportunity no Starfleet captain could pass up. Plot a course, Mr. Exxon. Minimum safe distance, but close enough to gather data. The horizon dipped gracefully into the swirling vortex of energy, the stars around them warping and wobbling like reflections in a funhouse mirror. Alarms blared, bathed in an eerie red light. We're losing structural integrity, Captain. Chief Engineer Tanaka, a boisterous human, shouted from his station. Shields holding, but just barely. Amara gritted her teeth. They were pushing their limits. Full power to forward shields. Mr. Exxon, get us out of here. Just as the horizon began to shudder violently, a blinding flash illuminated the bridge. The alarms fell silent. When the light faded, the ship was bathed in a soft, golden glow. On the viewscreen, a world unlike any they had ever seen hung suspended in space. Lush emerald forests covered the landmasses, dotted with shimmering crystal cities that defied gravity. What in the Federation? Mben muttered. Amara felt a sense of wonder wash over her. Could this be a glimpse into the future? A utopia humanity had yet to achieve? Haul back on the power, Mr. Tanaka. We'll hold position here. A voice, melodic and seemingly emanating from everywhere at once, filled the bridge. Greetings, travelers from afar. Welcome to Elysium. The bridge crew exchanged wide-eyed glances. Amara straightened in her chair. This is Captain Amara Kalani of the USS Horizon, Starfleet. Who are you? The voice chuckled, a warm sound. We are the Elysians. We exist beyond the confines of linear time, observing and guiding those who seek a better future. The next few hours were a whirlwind of information. The Elysians, beings of pure energy transcending the physical realm, explained they were shepherds, guiding civilizations across the galaxy towards a path of peace and unity. They had observed humanity's journey and saw potential for greatness, but also the scars of conflict and inequality. As Amara listened, a burning resolve grew within her. Starfleet's mission wasn't just exploration, it was about fostering a better future for all. These elisions offered a roadmap, a glimmer of a future worth striving for. With a heavy heart, Amara knew it was time to leave. Their encounter was a gift, a seed planted in the fertile soil of their journey. "Thank you," she said, her voice filled with gratitude. "We will carry these lessons with us." As the horizon pulled away from Elysium, the alien world shrinking in the distance, Amara knew their mission had just begun. The future was uncertain, but with the knowledge they now held, Starfleet would strive to make that future a reflection of the utopia they had witnessed. The stars may hold many more secrets, but one thing was clear: humanity's potential was boundless.
So as you can see, you can use AI for reading comprehension, listening comprehension, vocabulary expansion, and as teachers you can use AI to create customized quizzes, tests, vocabulary or reading comprehension or listening comprehension exercises. And I just scratched the surface. So if you want to read more about this, you can get my book, ESL and Language Learning in the Age of AI, ChatGPT Unleashed by ChatGPT, available on Amazon. And so if you like this video, feel free to subscribe to the Professor H Writing channel. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me at any time. And have a great day.